Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Assignments. In Engineering Assignments, we are going to introduce a new subject called as Data Mining and Warehousing. It is a subject which is coming in the 8th semester of KTU syllabus of Computer Science and Engineering. So let us introduce this subject. First of all, we will study what is data mining, or we'll study the concept of data mining. In this world, we have lakhs and crores of data. In every minute, in every second, a data is produced. Now, when I'm speaking about the data mining, I'm making a video on it and I'm uploading this video, then also the data is produced. When you send a message using Facebook, WhatsApp, anything like that, then also the data is produced. So we have lots and lots of data, and these data will be stored inside enormous database where all the historical data will be kept. Now, from this data, if we want to extract our required data, then it is called as data mining. So, data mining means extracting or mining knowledge from large amount of data. It's also termed as knowledge from mining or knowledge discovery from the data. The data mining is a process of examining a large database in order to generate a new information. It is also the collection of technique for efficient, automated discovery of previously unknown, valid, novel, useful and understandable pattern in the large database. Okay. Data mining is used by top level managers for making their decision in the business. Here, the technique is to find the hidden pattern in a huge historical database. Suppose you want to open a supermarket and we want to know the trend of the people living at this place and what they will be purchasing throughout. Okay. Suppose it is in South India. South Indian people will be eating more rice, okay, than the North Indian people. This the hidden pattern of this particular thing is that the people in South India will be eating more rice than the wheat product. So what the supermarket can do is that they can stock much rice than the wheat product. So this is the hidden pattern, or this is the rule that you have got from the previous historical database. Okay, so the manager, what he can do is he can make his business decision according to this hidden pattern. Now, data mining consists of iterative sequence step. First one is data cleaning, second data integration, data selection, data transformation, data mining, pattern evaluation and presentation. Data mining examples include service providers, retail supermarket, crime agencies and e-commerce, etc. Next, we are going to discuss about data mining applications. First one is bioinformatics, second one is web mining, third one business data analytics, next business intelligence. Now here we are not going to study where it is used, but we are going to study how we can apply data mining. So first one is classification. The classification is the goal to classify new data record into one or more possible classes which are already known. So whenever a new data is being obtained according to the given classes, it can be classified to any classes. Okay. For example, a bank officer want to give a loan to the customer. While sanctioning the loan, the officer should think whether the loan applicant should be given loan or not. What the officer does is that it will search the database and there will be details of the person who had taken loan from the bank. The bank officer will compare the loan applicant's demographic features like its salary, his savings, etc. with the other people who have taken loan from this bank. From this comparison, he will decide and he can understand whether it is risky or safe to sanction the loan to this applicant. So what we have done here? We have done yes or no classification here. Next is estimation. Estimation gives a current prediction, that is to predict the attribute of a data instance. For example, estimate the percentage of mark of student who previously marks are already known. Then you can decide whether he will pass in this exam or not. Okay, that is estimation. Next is prediction. A predictive model predicts a future outcome rather than the current behavior. Estimation is basically the current prediction and the prediction is basically the future prediction. For example, predict the next week's closing price for the Google share price per unit. Okay, so this you can understand or you can predict from the previous results. This estimation and prediction, these two topics will be further studied in the fourth module. Next is market basket analysis or association rule mining. It analyzes the hidden rules called association rules in a transactional database. See, I have already told that a person who is buying pen and pencil will surely buy a book. This buying pattern can be understood and it is better to keep this pen, pencil and book at the proximity. So this is the buying pattern of a customer. So this will be the buying pattern or the association rule between pen, pencil and book. Now this topic will be learned in module 5 in detail. Next is clustering. Clustering means classification into different class based on some similarity, but the target classes are unknown. In classification, target classes are known, but in clustering, the target class is unknown. So, whenever a new data comes, it will be grouped into the cluster according to the similarity with the other data. Next, we are going to discuss about data mining stages. So, while conducting a data mining, we initially have to identify what is the purpose of your business. That is it for education purpose, business purpose, commercial purpose, etc. After that, the data is understood. That is to identify what all data is required for the purpose. Next stage is data preparation. The data used for data mining will be coming from multiple sources. If it is necessary, combine them together. Also, the data will be obtained will have noise in it. There will be irregularity, inconsistency in the data. So remove all that. Moreover, the data which is obtained will not be there in the required format. Then convert it into the format required. Then only give this data for modeling. Then comes the modeling phase. Modeling phase is where the mining technique is being used. After the mining is done, the result is evaluated. Evaluation means whatever the result is being obtained from the modeling phase has to be evaluated and the output is deployed as the knowledge or knowledge is presented at the end. So this is data mining stages. So I'm just putting it into words about the stages. The first stage is business understanding. Business understanding involves understanding the domain for which the data mining has to be performed. The domain can be financial domain, educational data domain, etc. So once the domain is understood properly, the domain data has to be understood next. So I told you the domain related data has to be obtained next. Here relevant data in the needed format will be collected and understood. The next stage is data preparation, that is data pre-processing. It involves data cleaning, data integration, data selection and data transformation. So it is actually the important step in the sense that data is to be made suitable for further processing and mining. And after the data is pre-processed, the data will undergo mining, that is modeling, and then passes through the stage pattern evaluation and finally it will be deployed as the knowledge presentation. Okay, this is about the data mining stages. Next we are going to study knowledge discovery, that is KDD process of data mining, and it is very important. It is always asked as essay question. When this question is asked, you have to draw this diagram. This diagram is very important and carries some marks. Now let us discuss about the knowledge discovery KDD process in detail. Knowledge discovery in database KDD is a process of finding useful information and pattern in the data. The data mining is a use of the algorithm to extract information and pattern derived from KDD process. See this figure? The first stage involved is cleaning and integration. For knowledge extraction, we are getting data from various sources, that is multiple sources. It can be from database, it can be from flat files, etc. When you get this data, you can't directly go and mine it, because if you mine that data, you won't get the correct knowledge out of it. So it is necessary to clean and integrate the data. The data which has been obtained from various sources will be inconsistent, irregular, and noise will be there. So in the cleaning process, what it does is that it will perfectly clean by removing noise, irregularity, and inconsistency in the data. Now, next thing is integration. Integration means the data is coming from various sources, no? So here it will be combined together. Okay, so data from the flat files, it is shown here, flat files and databases will be integrated together. Now, after cleaning and integration is performed, next is storing the data inside the data warehouse. The data warehouse is basically the database which is used for data mining purpose. After storing the data inside the data warehouse, there will be enormous amount of data. So data mining does not require the whole data. It just requires the data which is related to the particular interest. So here, instead of taking the full data, it just requires the summary. It will just provide some summary. So that is meant by selection of the data. And sometimes the data will be existing in different format, and it will not be acceptable to the data mining. So in this process, it will be converted into acceptable format. For example, the data required for data mining is in Celsius format, but it is existing in Fahrenheit format. So data transformation, what it does is that it will be converting the data into the required format. Here, first selection can be done, then transformation can be performed, or transformation can be done first, then selection can be done. So vice versa can happen. Next is data mining. It is a stage at which the data is extracted. So the data is extracted and it will be presented as a pattern. Okay. Now the pattern what is being obtained over here is evaluated with different evaluation techniques, and after evaluation finally the knowledge is presented. This is knowledge discovery process. Now I am putting it into words. The first process in KDD is data cleaning. Data cleaning is to remove noise and inconsistency in the data. Data integration is the data will be existing in multiple data sources and they are combined together. Next is data selection. Data selection is where the data relevant to the analysis task are retrieved from the database. Next, data transformation process, where the data are transformed and consolidated into forms appropriate for mining by performing summary or aggregation process. Next stage is, or next process is data mining. Data mining is an essential process where some intelligent methods are applied to extract the data pattern. Next, the sixth stage or sixth process is pattern evaluation. Pattern evaluation is to identify the truly interesting patterns representing knowledge based on interestingness measures. That is, the pattern will be evaluated to check whether the required pattern is being obtained or not. Next is knowledge presentation. Knowledge presentation, where visualization and knowledge representation technique are used to present this mined knowledge to the user. So the KDD process is as I explained. If you don't do this process, you won't get the correct knowledge out of it. So students, I know that the video has become too much long video, but it is an essay question and you have to study it. Thank you students. Thank you for watching my video.